Hello students. In our last video we discussed about photoelectric effect main concept. Now in this video also we are going to discuss about photoelectric effect, especially here role of frequency and intensity in photoelectric effect. We will discuss about the role of frequency and intensity in case of photoelectric effect. This we are going to discuss, and moreover model problem we will see in this video. Okay, now come to frequency. Frequency, what is the effect of frequency over photoelectric effect we will see. This is a metal, let us assume sodium metal. This is the work function of sodium metal, 2.3 electron volts. Okay, in our previous video also we took sodium as an example. Here this is the work function of sodium metal, 2.3 electron volts. Work function means it is minimum energy required for exhibiting photoelectric effect. Minimum energy required for photoelectric effect is work function. In other words, work function is nothing but energy required to break the attraction between electron and metal ion. So work function is nothing but minimum energy required to break the attractions between electron and metal ion. That is work function. Here to break these attractions 2.3 electron volt is required in case of sodium metal. Okay. This is light ray falls on the metal surface. So this electron picks up this light energy, especially we know light energy, this electron receives light energy in the form of small energy packets. Those are called as photons in case of light. Okay, here this one electron receives one photon only. Here electron receives one photon. Okay, let us assume that the incident photon energy 2.3 electron volts. This, let us assume photon energy is 2.3 electron volts. Therefore this electron picks up that photon whose energy is 2.3 electron volts. So after receiving that 2.3 electron volts from photon, this electron utilizes that energy to break this bond. So that supply 2.3 electron volts is exactly enough to break this bond. Therefore electron is free from the surface, photoelectric effect takes place. Okay, here when energy of incident photon is 2.3 electron volt, so work function is 2.3. So that supply 2.3 electron volts utilized for the breaking of these attractions. Therefore work function is 2.3. No more energy left behind here to turn kinetic energy. Therefore 0 kinetic energy. Okay. Now what is this is said to be threshold energy. Threshold energy means this is the energy corresponding to 0 kinetic energy. Energy corresponding to 0 kinetic energy is known as threshold energy or work function. Okay. Now let us assume incident photon is having 3 electron volts. Out of 3 electron volts applied to the electron, then it utilizes 2.3 electron volts for breaking these attractions. Out of 3 electron volts, 2.3 consumed here for breaking these bonds. Remaining 0.7 electron volts turns to kinetic energy. Okay. Okay. Now another case, if assume photon with the 4 electron volts. So when photon with 4 electron volts falls on metal surface, electron receives this 4 electron volts. Here 2.3 electron volts utilizes for breaking this bond. Therefore remaining 1.7 electron volts turns to kinetic energy. Similarly, when 5 electron volts applied to electron means 2.3 electron volts utilized for breaking this point, remaining 2.3 utilized for breaking this point, remaining 2.7 electron volt turns to kinetic energy. In all these cases, for a given metal, work function is constant in all cases. That won't change. For a given metal, work function is always constant. Therefore remaining energy turns to kinetic energy. Observe this table. When energy of the incident photon increasing, top to bottom, energy of photon increasing, energy of incident photon gradually increases. As energy increases, what happens to kinetic energy? Top to bottom, increases. Kinetic energy increasing, kinetic energy increasing, kinetic energy increasing. So as energy of incident photon increases, kinetic energy of ejected electron, kinetic energy of photoelectron increasing. We know energy of incident photon increasing means frequency of incident photon also increases, because energy directly proportional to frequency. So photon energy increasing, top to bottom, energy of incident photon increasing. Therefore energy increases means frequency of incident photon increasing, because energy and frequency directly proportional. Top to bottom, as the frequency of incident photon increases, what happens to kinetic energy of ejected electron? This also increases. Therefore, what is the relation between kinetic energy of photoelectron and the frequency of incident photon? See, directly proportional. As frequency of incident photon increases, kinetic energy of ejected electron also increases. This is an important conclusion in photoelectric effect. When we increase the frequency of incident light increases, when frequency of incident light increases, ejected electron kinetic energy also increases. This is very important point. Therefore, what is the effect of frequency over photoelectric effect? When frequency of incident light increases, photoelectron kinetic energy also increases. Therefore, kinetic energy of photoelectron is directly proportional to frequency of incident light. This is very important. Kinetic energy of photoelectron directly proportional to frequency of incident light. As frequency of incident light increases, kinetic energy of photoelectron also increases. This is very important point. Okay, now come to, this is the role of frequency in case of photoelectric, role of frequency of incident light in case of photoelectric effect. Now we'll see what is the role played by intensity in case of photoelectric effect. We'll see intensity means it is a brightness. Intensity more means more brightness. Low means brightness is low. This is general meaning. What is the exact meaning of intensity? Intensity means number of photons falling upon unit area. Number of photons falling on unit surface area. Number of photons falling on unit surface area in unit time is nothing but intensity. Number of photons falling on unit surface area in unit time is known as intensity. Okay, observe these two diagrams. Here, this is unit surface area. Here also same unit surface area. Over this unit surface area, how many photons are falling? How many light rays are falling? 1. Here 3 are falling. Therefore, here intensity, first case intensity is less. In second case intensity is more. Intensity is more. So here PE means photoelectrons. When intensity is less, photoelectrons, number of photoelectrons ejected, number of photoelectrons 1. See, when intensity more, how many electrons are ejected from the metal surface? 3. So intensity less, here intensity more. When intensity increases, number of photoelectrons also increases from 1 to 3. We will see how it is possible. See, as intensity increases, as intensity of incident light increases, number of photons falling on unit surface area increases. Means more photons falling on unit surface area. More photons falling means each photon causes the release of one electron. This causes the release of this electron, this causes the release of this electron, this causes the release of this electron. As intensity increases, number of photons falling on unit surface area increases. As number of photons increases, then number of electrons released from the metal surface increases. That is nothing but photoelectrons increases. Therefore, as intensity increases, number of photons falling on metal surface increases. As number of photons falling on metal surface increases, number of electrons ejected also increases. Therefore, as intensity increases, number of photons falling on unit surface area increases. As the photons number increases, number of photoelectrons released also increases. How these two are related with each other? Number of photoelectrons directly proportional to intensity. This is another conclusion. See, number of photoelectrons directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Number of photoelectrons directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Okay, this is second conclusion. So these two are important. Now come to here, we need to remember here one point. Here, let us assume this incident photon energy 3.0 electron volts. Okay, therefore this is in case of sodium, threshold energy is work function is 2.3 volts. So out of 3 volts, 2.3 volts utilized here to break attraction between electron and metal ion. Remaining 0.7 electron volts turns to kinetic energy. Okay. Okay, now what I am doing, intensity of this light is increasing. Intensity increasing means simply number of photons are increasing, photons number increasing, but each photon carries 3.0 electron volts only. Each photon energy 3.0 electron volts only. So when we increase intensity, simply number of same photons increases. Photons number increases, here 1, here 3, but their energy remains same. So energy remains same means frequency remains same. For each photon, frequency remains same. So now what is the kinetic energy of this electron? 3 means 2.3 utilized here, remaining 0.7 electron volts. Sorry. So here in second case, what is the kinetic energy of ejected electron? 0.7 electron. Here, what is the kinetic energy of ejected electron? 0.7 electron volts. Therefore, when we increase intensity, what happens to kinetic energy? This is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy remains same. Kinetic energy remains same. Remains same. Kinetic energy remains same. When we increase intensity, what happens to kinetic energy? Kinetic energy remains same. When we increase intensity, simply number of photons are increasing, but their frequency remains same. That's why as frequency remains same, kinetic energy remains same. Therefore, what is the effect of intensity? As intensity increases, photoelectrons number will increase, but their kinetic energy remains same. Therefore, here we need to remember 2 points. See, as intensity increases, number of photoelectrons increases, that much only, but kinetic energy of photoelectron does not changes. So, therefore, intensity, here important point, intensity does not increases the kinetic energy of photoelectron. Therefore, kinetic energy of photoelectron independent of intensity of incident light. So kinetic energy of photoelectron is not depends on the intensity. That's why kinetic energy of photoelectron independent of intensity of incident light. Therefore, here kinetic energy independent of intensity of incident light. This is very, very important. Now come to graphs. Here kinetic energy versus intensity graph. Kinetic energy taken along the y-axis, intensity taken along the x-axis. We know kinetic energy is independent of intensity. That's why it is parallel to x-axis means intensity axis. Means whether intensity less or more, kinetic energy remains same. Nothing will happen to kinetic energy with increasing intensity. So this is graph between kinetic energy and intensity. Now come to kinetic energy versus frequency. We know kinetic energy is equal to E minus E naught. E is energy of incident photon, E naught is threshold energy. Threshold energy also called as work function. E naught is nothing but work function. E is equal to h nu. Therefore, K is equal to h nu minus W. So K is equal to H nu plus minus W. Compare this with Y is equal to mx plus C. Kinetic energy and frequency variables. We know as frequency increasing, kinetic energy increasing. Therefore, kinetic energy and frequency these are variables. So this kinetic energy y, another variable frequency x. So here slope h, intercept is minus w. So here this equation is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Therefore, when we plot a graph between Ke versus nu, graph should be straight line. Moreover, slope is positive, h Planck's constant, but intercept is negative. For this graph, when we plot a graph between kinetic energy and frequency, graph should be a straight line with negative intercept and a positive slope. Therefore, graph like this. For this straight line, intercept is negative but slope is positive. Theta is less than 90 here. That's why. So this is graph between kinetic energy and frequency. See here. When frequency decreasing, kinetic energy decreasing. At this particular frequency, kinetic energy becomes zero. Therefore, frequency corresponding to zero kinetic energy is known as threshold frequency. What is threshold frequency? It is a frequency at which kinetic energy becomes zero. Such frequency is said to be threshold frequency. Okay, this is about kinetic energy versus frequency graph. Now we'll see one problem based on photoelectric effect. See here, given problem is the energy required to overcome the attraction forces on electron of some metals is listed below. Means the energy required to overcome the attraction forces on electron. See, energy required to overcome the attraction forces on electron means that is nothing but, that energy is nothing but work function. Work function for few metals are given here like this, and work function for few metals are given. Okay, work function for few metals given in this table. So here the number of metals showing photoelectric effect, number of metals showing photoelectric effect when light of 300 nanometer wavelength falls on it. See here, this is light. See here, light whose wavelength 300 nanometer falls on these metal surfaces. So where, in which metal case photoelectric effect takes place, asking. See, when light whose wavelength 300 nanometer falls on these metal surfaces, in which case, in how many metals cases photoelectric effect takes place, we need to find out. First option 6, second option 5, third option 8, fourth option 4. Okay, here first incident light wavelength is given. So from that we can find out the energy. We have one simple formula. Energy should be find out in terms of electron volts. Here wavelength given in nanometer. Correct formula is E energy in electron volt is equal to 1242 divided by wavelength in nanometer. Use this formula. Already in previous videos we discussed. 1242 divided by 300 nanometers. So 4.14 electron volts you will get. 3 4 ja 3 1 ja 3 4. Okay. 4.14 electron. This is the energy of the incident photon, otherwise energy of the incident light. What is the required condition for photoelectric effect to exhibit photoelectric effect? Energy of incident light, energy of incident photon should be more than that of work function. So therefore here energy of incident photon, it should be more than that of work function. Then only see E greater than or equal to. then only photoelectric effect takes place. Photoelectric effect takes place. Here energy of incident photon is 4.14 electron volts. Okay. See here, come to this first metal lithium case. Lithium case, energy of photon, incident photon, this is constant. Okay, 4.14. For compare this work function, in case of lithium work function is 2.4, energy of incident photon is 4.14. Therefore, E is in this case E is greater than W. E is energy of incident photon is greater than work function. Therefore, this condition is satisfied. If this condition satisfied means photoelectric effect takes place. Therefore, in case of lithium, photoelectric effect takes place because E greater than work function. Here also energy of incident photon greater than that of work function. That's why this condition satisfied. Here also photoelectric effect takes place. In case of potassium, energy of photon is more than work function. That's why here also photoelectric effect. In case of this magnesium, energy of photon is more than that of work function of magnesium. Therefore, here also photoelectric effect takes place. In case of copper, energy of photon, incident photon 4.14, work function is 4.8. This condition not satisfied. That's why here no photoelectric effect. Similarly, here no photoelectric effect. Here also no. Therefore, in how many metals case photoelectric effect is possible? 4 metals case. That's why fourth option is correct. Okay, thank you.